Hey everyone, Shadow Valid here, back again, and I wanted to talk about being humble. What is to be humble? What is it to be someone who preserves himself or is reserved? Well, humble doesn't necessarily mean any kind of religious aspect. It just means you're someone who is very modest with themselves, or with your accomplishments or achievements, or with character traits. Now, I see a lot of people, like on social networks, for example, they'll post things like, oh, I'm going to the gym, or I finally done this or that, or they specifically go into detail as to what they did on their particular workout or exercise day, whatever you want to call it. And not to mention they also post pics, and I think in that aspect it's the opposite of being humble, and I have been guilty in the past of this, but it's been quite a while. Fortunately, although I do wish I never did any of that, but that's besides the point. It's a whole other thing. Being humble when it comes to let's give an example. Let's say you won a trophy, first place for I don't know, soccer, anything, whatever. You won first place, right? A lot of people, or most people at least, they'll want to boast about it. They want to go out and tell their friends and their family, and I mean, which is fine. And so sometimes people take it a little too far, where they'll glorify themselves. They'll ego stroke themselves. They'll want to make it so that they're feel like the king of the world. Well, if you want people to see you in that manner, you wouldn't want to glorify yourself. You would want to just keep it to yourself. And when the time is right, people will find out about you automatically. It's the same thing like with working out. If you work out long enough, it's going to be quite noticeable whether you post pictures or talk about it or not. People are going to automatically recognize your success in whatever it is that you're doing or accomplishing, and people will have much more respect for you, rather than if you go around talking about it and boasting about it and bragging about it. And that's pretty much my advice to you guys. Be humble, be modest. Don't glorify yourself. When the time is right, people will recognize your positive character traits and your strong points. People will respect you much more than if you were to just talk about yourself all the time, or even sometimes, depending on what it is that you talk about.